Hi everybody, Dan Illman here, taking a look at the New Year's Eve feature race at Santa Anita. It's the finale, race number 9, the Blue Northern Stakes. Our stakes preview is presented by DRF Bets, so when you sign up for a DRF Bets account, you'll access a $200 free bet. No deposit required at drf.com/join. Please use the promo code FREEBET09. Let's take a look at this field of 2-year-old fillies going 1 mile on the turf. Approximate post time 7:30 p.m. Eastern. It is an overflow field of stakes runners, and it's a pretty good bunch. Let's begin our conversation with the number 9, One Fast Broad. And this Calbred is good on turf. She has been really good on dirt. As a matter of fact, 3 for 3 on dirt. She's going to try to get over the hump on turf in this spot, although she has already stakes placed on the surface, and turf should be no issue from a pedigree standpoint as a full sister to Awesome Return, a multiple stakes winner on the lawn. One Fast Broad does not have a good amount of early speed, and that has served her well in her last 2 races in which there was a contested pace up front, and One Fast Broad, arguably the best horse in both spots, was able to get good trips. She's probably going to get a good trip once again, and we'll get to that pace projector in a few moments, but One Fast Broad can benefit from a pace meltdown once again in the Blue Northern, and she's one of the major players in this spot. Let's also talk about the number 3, Retro, and this one goes out for trainer Richard Mandella, career debut winner at Del Mar going a mile, and last time out in the Surfer Girl Stakes over this course and distance back on October the 9th, she was the beaten favorite, but she came with a good strong rally to finish third. Now that race featured a true pace collapse, closers just dominating the top 3 or 4 positions. Retro came from off the pace, she benefited from that fast pace, but it was only start number 2 in her first start against winners. She should get another advantageous scenario, and she's certainly bred to be a nice horse by Giants Causeway out of a grade 1 placed synthetic runner named Grace Anatomy. The number 1 is Treasuring, and Treasuring, a Group 3 winner going 5 furlongs in Ireland earlier this year, was put in a very tough spot in her North American debut. The juvenile turf sprint against males on November the 4th, and she was really overmatched from start to finish at 45-1. She fits much better in this spot. She draws a good inside post position, and Rajiv Miraj should probably be able to find a solid spot in the second flight stalking the pace. The distance is a question mark. She is stretching all the way out from 5 furlongs to a mile. This will be start number 9 in her career, but the first route race of her career. The number 2 is Excess Gold, and Excess Gold really felt pretty on turf last time out. In her second lifetime start, first time on turf, she stretched out, went right to the front, and controlled the pace en route to a 4-length win over fellow Calbreds. I thought that field was very weak, and if Excess Gold tries those tactics one more time, she really could be up against it, as we see from the Timeform US pace projector. Excess Gold controlled the pace last time out, the number 2. Timeform US has her in 3rd or 4th in the early portion, and that red bar indicates a fast pace that could work against the early pace setters. Horses like the number 7, Silken Spy, who got away to the lead last time out going 5 furlongs at Del Mar and was able to crush as the favorite. Her dam won at a mile, so I'm not too worried about the distance for the 7 Silken Spy, and I do think she's probably the speed of the speed. I agree with Timeform US, especially with an aggressive rider like Martin Pedroza aboard, but I think going the 2 turns for the first time, feeling a lot of early heat, could work against Silken Spy. She's a filly I'll use on the bottom of exotic wagers. The 11 multiplayer gets a tough post position to overcome, but she is certainly capable at a mile. She won the Pike Place Dancer Stakes 2 starts back by utilizing good tactical speed. Last time out in the Grade 3 Jimmy Durante Stakes, she just didn't really fire, sort of an even performance. I think multiplayer is slowly getting better for a solid trainer in Tim Yakteen, but this one's going to have to work out a trip from a tough outside post position. Another horse coming out of the Jimmy Durante is the number 5, Deep Breath, who won 2 out of her first 3 starts in Ireland, has raced twice in North America without much success. She really didn't fire in the Jimmy Durante, and like many European-based horses, just doesn't break very well from the gate. The pace will work for Deep Breath. Maybe she's getting a slight amount of class relief, but she's going to have to run a little bit better in this spot. The 8th streak of luck showed tactical speed when winning her turf and route debut most recently. It was a starter optional claimer, however, and the figure came back rather light, a 52. She's going to need to improve by leaps and bounds to take down this field. The 6th Empress of Love has a strong pedigree. The dam was not only a Grade 3 winner on the dirt, but also a stakes winner on the lawn, and she ran okay 2 starts back in her turf debut. She's already had 9 starts to date, however, and I wonder how much upside potential she'll show. She's already had her share of chances. The number 4 Holy Diver, listen, she's exiting a race that produced yesterday's news, who came back to place in the Grade 1 Starlet Stakes on dirt, but Holy Diver has just done no running whatsoever in her last 3 or 4 starts, and is very difficult to mend. Let's take a look at my top selection in this race, and for me this is more of a spread race. I like the 10 Epidemia's Girl, who's a half-sister to the Grade 1 winner Georgie Boy. This horse has run well in all 3 starts on the turf, but it's worth noting that in her most recent race, a maiden special weight at this distance at Del Mar, that was a race in which the pace completely held together. Epidemia's Girl sat second behind a long shot, attacked that one an upper stretch, and was able to win by 3/4 of a length, with that pace-setting long shot finishing second. It could be a completely different situation from a pace standpoint, where Epidemia's Girl might have to run a lot faster in the early portion of the race, and perhaps that will sap her strength. But she has shown me enough that I'd like to give her an opportunity at around 9-2, 4-1 to win in a race like the Blue Norther. But in multiple race wagers, this race of course completes the pick 6, various multiple race bets, I also want to use the number 3 Retro and the number 1 Treasuring, who I think should be able to get the mile, even though this is her first start. From a single race standpoint, I would play 10, 7, 1, and 3. Again, if you're playing the Santa Anita New Year's Eve card from home, no better way than DRF Bets, because you'll access a $200 free bet without depositing a dime. DRF.com/join, promo code FREEBET09. Approximate post time for the Blue Norther. Race number 9 at Santa Anita on New Year's Eve is 4:30 Pacific. Happy New Year, everyone.